We are discussing chapter number 6, which is rural administration. We are taking question and answer on rural administration. What is the work of the police? So the police is responsible for law and order. They maintain law and order to establish peace in the society. And by doing this, the police provides security to general public, and all the laws which are being made by the government to enforce those laws, this is also duty of police. List two things that the work of patwari includes. So patwari, first of all, measure land and keep the land records and updates it. So he organizes the collection of land revenue from farmers and provides information to the government about the crops grown in the area. What is the work of a tehsildar? So a tehsildar has to hear the disputes related to land. He also supervises the work of patwari and ensures that records are properly kept and land revenue is collected. Tehsildars also make sure that farmers can easily obtain a copy of their record, students can obtain their caste certificates, etc. What issue is the poem trying to raise? Do you think this is an important issue? Why? The poem raises the issue of rights for girl child. Now the girl should be treated equally in every society. She should be given the same right as any male child is given. Inheritance in the paternal properties, that is coming from the father or grandfather, should be equally divided among all the members without any consideration about gender. That is, either boy or girl, they should be divided equally. So dowry is not a compensation to girl child. It should be abolished. So this poem raises a very justified issue that every woman, whether she is a mom, she is a wife or sister, has in her mind. In what ways are the work of panchayat that you read about in the previous discussions and the work of the patwari related to each other? So panchayat and patwari, how they are related? So the patwari organizes the collection of land revenue from the farmers and provide information to the government about the crops being grown in the area. So with this, the panchayat finalizes its strategies regarding development, and it can assess the resources and the planning for the same. Visit a police station and find out the work that police have to do to prevent crime and maintain law and order in their area, especially during festivals and public meetings. So during festivals, public meetings, and various other gatherings, the police become more active in order to control crime and maintain rule of law and order. So CCTV cameras are installed. That is, that those things which capture the video, what is happening there, right? So these are installed in the area at different places to keep watch on the activities of the people. To control the mob, they barricade the area. Police personnel are deployed. Some information booths are also installed, and proper lighting is also made. Who is in charge of all the police stations in a district? Find out. So SP, Superintendent of Police, is in charge of all the police stations in a district. How do women benefit under new law? That is, in 2005, there was a law being cleared, and this law empowers the women to get a share of the father's property or grandfather property. So under the new law, sons, daughters and their mothers, they can get equal share in the land. This law will benefit large number of women. Now if ever the women has any problem, they can always depend upon their share of land and property, and they may feel empowered. If your neighborhood are there women who own property, if there is any women, you need um, to ask about it and how did they acquire it, you need to know. So you can just say that yes, there is one woman in my neighborhood who owned property. She acquired a part of the property from her paternal side, and the rest with her own labor and hard work she made. Choose the correct option to complete the statements given below. Kanungo is other name of Patwari. The person in charge of the police station is known as Station House Officer, SHO. A heated argument between Raghu and Mohan was because of Raghu had taken over some of the Mohan's land. So he has shifted the bund which divides their lands. So in this way he has tried to increase his land. The subdivisions of district are known by different names such as, the answer is Tehsil and Taluka both. So answer is C. A daughter wants only what? Does she want dowry or higher education? See, there are certain things she wants, but the basic thing is a place of her own. Because if you have land, if you have house, then other problems are easily solved. You can work after that, but if you don't have place to live, where are you going to live? Fill in the blanks with appropriate words to complete each sentences. The Patwari maintains and updates the records of the village. Raghu's uncle was the sarpanch of the village. That is why Mohan was little, frightened to encounter or to talk with Raghu. It is the duty of SHO to write down the complaints and investigate them. For managing matters related to land, districts are subdivided into subdivisions. Tehsildars, also known as revenue officers, work under the district collector DM. Now, the law which we were talking about in the previous question was Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. Now, the true and false we have to tick mark. Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005 gave equal rights to daughters. And this is true. Mohan went to village sarpanch to make complaints about Raghu. And this was false. This didn't happen. It is the duty of district collector to supervise the work of Patwari. This is false. It is the duty of Tehsildar to supervise the work of Patwaris. The station house officer was not in the mood to hear Mohan, and this is true. Because he felt that this is a very petty issue, very small issue, and these complaints can be solved there and there, means between people. Why police should get involved? The revenue officer organizes the collection of land revenue from the farmers, and this is false. Patwari does that. We are matching from column A to column B. Now Patwari with let's make others first, right? Now Mohan have equal share of land, right? Raghu, an influential person. Let's make like this. Raghu was influential person in the village. Hindu Succession Act for son's daughter and their mother means they will get equal share of the land. And then Mohan have equal share of land. So Mohan was a small farmer. And now Tehsildar. Now who is responsible for group of villages? He is Tehsildar and Patwari to collect the revenue. This is how we match. Okay. What is called bund? A boundary that separates one land from another is called bund. In Hindi, we call it as made. What did Mohan notice one morning? One fine morning, Mohan noticed that Raghu has actually shifted this bund or made by a few feet. How can you say that Raghu was an influential person of the village? Raghu's family owned many fields, or he has around 3 hectares of land, which was way more than what Mohan has. Mohan only has 0.75 hectares. And his uncle was also the sarpanch of the village. Where can one register case? One can register a case in the police station which comes under her area or locality. Why do you think this SHO did not want to entertain Mohan? See, it was because Mohan was not an influential person, but he was a very small farmer. And of course, SHO thought that this is a very small issue. Why to waste effort and resources in investigating this petty issue? What are different names of Patwari? Patwari in various places are known by Lekpal, Kanungo, Karamchari, village officer. Mention one responsibility of Tehsildar. He supervises the work of Patwaris and ensures the records are properly kept and land revenue is collected. What is the work of revenue department of the government? Revenue is a kind of tax only. So revenue department of the government supervises the work of the Patwari. So it ensures that records are properly kept and land review is collected. It also ensures that farmers can easily obtain a copy of their land record. And it is the revenue department that make the student obtain their caste certificates. It also resolves the revenue disputes related to land. What would have the Patwari done to resolve the disputes between Mohan and Raghu? See, there is a land of Raghu and Mohan, and this was the land of Raghu. So if Raghu would have increased his limit or say bund, so he might be having greater land than what is registered in the revenue records, right? And consequently, Mohan will be having less land as indicated in the record. So the Patwari would have measured Mohan's and Raghu's field and compared them with the measurement on the map and in the register. So if they did not match, it would be clear that the boundary of the field has been changed by Raghu. Enumerate various works of a Patwari. So a Patwari does various type of work. He measures land and keeps land record. He is also responsible for a group of villages, and he maintains and updates the records of the village. Now he is responsible for organizing the collection of land revenue from farmers and providing information to the government about the crops grown in the area. Write a brief note on Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. So Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, it brought females on the same level with males. Until recently, prior to the new Hindu law, women did not get share in the family's agricultural land. After the death of the father or the head of the family, his property was divided equally among his sons. But now the situation has changed. In new law, sons, daughters and their mother, they can get an equal share in the land. Now the same law will apply to all states and union territories of the country. And the new law will benefit a large amount of women. Now they can enjoy their independent status with equal rights, and they have land or shelter. That is always the concern of a woman, because where she is going to live if something happens to say her husband. So these were the question and answer of this topic. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.